In this video, we're going to explore how to use the paint bucket tool and our gradient tool. They are also used to fill colors or to fill colors. So we'll start by using our paint bucket tool. Now the two tools are on the same area. When you want to see the gradient tool, you just right click on the paint bucket tool to select the gradient tool. Okay, so right now we will start by using the paint bucket tool. Now the paint bucket tool works like a fill. Okay, now it fills the color of a particular selection or a particular layer if there's no selection, and it must be a rasterized layer. Okay, a paint bucket tool works only on rasterized layers, and let's explore how it works. First of all, let's change the color by going to our swatches panel, and I'm going to select this light pink here, and I'll quickly click inside the layer. You discover that it automatically changes the color of our layer. Okay, in some cases where you have a selection like this, let's quickly use our marquee tool to quickly draw a selection. Let me draw this square here. Now if you use your paint bucket to click, the color it gives you, or the color, the place or the area where it paints for you becomes the selected area. Okay, it does not paint outside the area that is selected. Okay, so you can use it to paint a selection or a layer if there is no selection, and the same thing works for the gradient tool. But as for the gradient tool here, it doesn't work like a fill. Rather, it works with a selection of two or different colors to form a gradient, and then you can drag on your layer to see how your gradient looks like. Okay, so I'll quickly undo this. Let's see how the gradient looks like. Now we'll go to our paint bucket to right click and select the gradient tool, and on our tools option bar you see what we call the gradient editor, and when you click on it, it gives you the gradient editor dialog box for you to select the colors you want to use in your gradient. Now I'm not going to take my time trying to select colors. Maybe we'll look at that in a subsequent video. I'm just going to select one of the presets that you have here and click OK. Now for the gradient tool, you don't just click inside a layer or a selection to give you the gradient you're looking for. Okay, now you drag across to give you the gradient you are looking for. As you can see, I've dragged across to give me this nice effect right here. Now if I don't want the circular gradient, because as it's obvious that this is a circular gradient, I can choose from 5 different gradients, which is the linear gradient, the circular gradient, the reflection or reflected gradient. Now the 5 of them are here. You have the angle gradient and the diamond gradient. Now let's take a look at the diamond gradient. Let's see how that works. Now if I drag, you see it works. It looks like a diamond. The gradient looks like a diamond in nature. Okay, the reflected gradient, when you try that, you see how it works. Very good. So now we are going to quickly look at how to select colors in the gradient. Now I've selected my gradient editor once again, and now I don't want to use these colors. Now to select or to choose your own colors, you just click on the stopper. Now this is what we call a stopper. Now when you click on the stopper, it gives you a color picker to select the color of your choice for your gradient. And I'll just quickly select 2 colors, and okay, I'll quickly select these 2 colors and I'll click OK. Now I want to use the linear, and now when I click and drag, you discover that we have a nicely arranged gradient for us according to our selection. Okay, now you can decide to change the opacity of your gradient. Okay, but changing the opacity determines how bold or how let me say how transparent the gradient will be on your screen. Okay, So and you can decide to change the blend mode. We've talked about blend modes, and here you have a list of all the blend modes we've looked at in previous video. So explore these and try one or two different gradients and see how they work out for you. You can use it to beautify your work, to create outstanding designs here right here in Photoshop. And I love using it as well. As a designer, it's good to use it once in a while.